What the hell, you bastard? Let me tell you something. The world's going to hell. And the only thing that's standing in its way is me and Trump and about 2 million soldiers. So I'll tell you something. Well, read off the list.
Welcome to the Mr. Show, bro.
Oh, Nostrini. This is Nostrini with a beard. This is with my fancy goatee. I'm getting sophisticated. My manservant here, see, he's my Cato, and I'm his Green Hornet. You shaved me. I'm gonna get a little beard. I look right beard. I look very distinguished, mysterious. Now let's see. We're gonna do about the troubles, and there are
Troubles.
many troubles.
Right.
Trouble here, right on the earth. Right now, the forces of darkness are on the march,
All
and
right.
you know who you are, and I know who you are, and it's not gonna work out for you guys. Now I'm gonna talk. Let's go number one.
Number one. Okay. Number one is
No, it's up there. That's on the top of the list.
15. Okay.
No, it's up. That's
All
it.
right. Got your back.
We got your back. You know who we got the back of? The brave Iranians who are rebelling against the Ayatollahs. Now they say us right wingers don't respect women and we're misogynists. You know, for years, I thought that when they said you were a misogynist, I said I like to massage people, I like to massage the women. Obviously, it means something else. They took advantage of my ignorance. Let me tell you something. In Iran, if a woman doesn't, yeah, when a woman doesn't wear a headdress, beaten to death. Is that nice? And now the real women are leading the counter-revolution with the men, because now there's no money in Iran. They invested all their money in terrorizing the Israelis and trying to conquer the world. Well, let me tell you, yeah. So that they, you know what we're gonna do?
What?
We're gonna do to the what's his face, the leader of Iran, the same thing we did to Mr. Venezuela. And
Wait,
I'm proud.
I'm confused.
You're confused? What are you gonna do? You can ask me any question.
You say they gotta do the same thing they did to Iran
Yes, they're gonna
or
either
Venezuela?
kidnap them or they do the both of them. See, we got advanced weapons, right?
Oh, so they gotta kidnap Iran and then they gotta take over
Not the whole
the
country, but we're gonna
so Iran or just
they're gonna kill the leadership,
oh
which
okay.
they've been killing them lately. They've been killing generals and the top men. The Israelis were doing it, the Mossad, but now we're gonna join in the fun. And it's okay. And they say, oh, it's against international law. You know what international law is?
Yeah.
That means that if you kill people, you don't get held responsible. The least guy who gets killed is the guy who's ordering all the murders.
Mhm.
That's international law.
Yeah.
That's like the mafia going, hey, you can get my underlings and my troops, but me, I'm untouchable. I can make a union a thing at the UN.
Yes, sure.
It's not going to happen. And you know, I'm going to tell you something. It's very unpopular with the commies. But that lady, and I say it with, she was terrorizing the cops. You see, she was a professional. Yeah, what, Miss Good? You know, Miss Good was up to no good. You know what she was doing? They are
Good.
professional provocateurs. They go into the cop's face, right?
Right.
And they're trained politically to agitate and get in their face. And they know that they only go so far. She wasn't some innocent. She was a professional terrorist. She's a terrorist. She's terrorizing the cops
Mm.
so they don't get molesters, murderers, and killers.
Mm.
They're in cahoots with the cartels. But it ain't gonna last. You know why? You got a little man called Trump in the White House. A man with a comb over and wide hips and a right-wing attitude. Now come on. This is enough of you guys. You're trying to George Floyd this broad. Oh, we're gonna make a statue of this hostile lesbian. Let me tell you something. You're a bad girl.
Mhm.
And you're probably burning somewhere. And you know when you go to the other side? Because God don't like atheists and he don't like anarchists.
Mhm.
You know what anarchists like?
What's anything?
Anarchy. You know what anarchy means?
What anything?
Anarchy means lawlessness.
Mm.
No rules. Only the strong got on top. And if I argue with you, I punch you in the head. That's how they win an argument.
Wow.
You think that's nice?
Nope.
You could have a debate with somebody, not shoot them, like they did that saint. They killed the guy. I only want to say his name because it'll bring tears to my eyes. They shot him in the neck because he said men are men and women are women, and you should believe in Jesus Christ. What the hell? And they shot him dead,
Dead.
and they laughed about it. They were celebrating. What kind of psychos do that? And these weren't the long, well, these were beautiful women who were crazy. Can you imagine? And you could, and they have purple hair and they got nose rings so they can identify, right? And they're hateful. Even when Hitler died, people at that time didn't go, whoa, whoa, woo, woo, woo. So Hitler died, a bastard. These guys celebrate a good man dying, and God don't like that. Whatever God you believe in, you don't like that. Ooh, now give me another one.
Novel Tales of Wu.
Novel Tales of Woe. This is how crazy broads are right now. A broad broke up with her boyfriend,
Mhm.
and then she did a blog about what a bastard he was. And she was giving romantic advice. And she opened up the way I want to see how it plays there. You know, they did a thing where she bashed him. Bashed him.
Mhm.
Can you imagine breaking up with a girl and she says she uses her platform, or that's what they call them, to bash him, and all these other women are graduating. You know what? If you have a bad boyfriend, you're probably a bad girl.
Mm.
You can only get bad boyfriends. You can only get losers because you're a loser. And no matter how beautiful you are, when you open your mouth enough, he's gonna walk away.
Sure.
No matter how beautiful you are. There are a lot of women, they got a good upkeep. They keep them shaved, the face and all that stuff, but they're crazy as a bug. They're bugged out. They're filled with hate because of their background, because of the loser background. They come from a long line of friggin' losers. That's why they don't like when Trump calls them a loser. It hits them right in the solar plexus.
Yep.
Now, what else we got here?
Okay. Uh, Mosquito.
You know what? That's what that woman was calling her. They're trained, professionally trained to act as mosquitoes,
Mhm.
the police.
Wow.
So what they do, they go there, they take it right to the edge. They spit in the cop's face. They
Wow.
get in his face like this. They act like they're gonna punch.
Right.
They throw things at them, but and then they're protected by the goddamn some of the bitches that run their city who are commies.
Right.
A lot of these people, their fathers and mothers were left wingers,
Mm.
ex-hippies, and the hippie movement didn't quite work out for them in the 60s, right?
Right.
Then they have another generation. They want the revolution. You know
Mm.
what happens in revolutions?
What happened?
What happens first, they kill their enemies.
Mm.
Then they kill each other because they have a hierarchy of who is more oppressed.
Right.
And then, you know what that means?
Well,
That means, okay, well, what she got, your black people are more oppressed, then your brown people are more oppressed, then your Chinese people are more oppressed, then your gays are more oppressed, then they fight among themselves who had the rougher. And then women think they had more rough. You know what women think?
well.
They think they had the rougher than you.
Wow.
Just because they're women. And transgendies,
Yeah.
they think they had it rougher than anybody.
Mm.
Because they weren't born to the body they wanted.
They wrong it. Yep.
Don't you think I would want to be a little taller? I'm 6 foot. I was 6 foot. I'm shrinking. But anyway, can you imagine me saying, God, I hate you because you didn't make me 6'3"? That wouldn't be nice.
No.
I'm a fairly good looking guy. Fairly.
Mhm.
Not
Yes, I.
beautiful. Not too beautiful. Because
Mhm.
you don't want to be too beautiful.
No.
Because and women say, "Oh, I want a beautiful guy." Okay, yeah, you're walking down the street. You're a woman,
Yeah.
and the guy, as you pass, they say, "Look, I wonder if she's a sugar mama. She's all overweight and she don't got the face, because
Mm.
he's prettier than her."
Oh.
Yeah, I look, I saw Bruno Mars, right? I'm looking, he's singing love songs to his beautiful girl. I'm saying, who's the better looking broad?
Right.
Yes, woman face. She's getting all these looking a little more mature because she gotta get a few wrinkles in you. You see those pictures of me? I was gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I fell in love with myself. I have homosexual attraction to me.
That's why.
That's why I have all the photos around.
That's why he's always alone.
Well,
Because
oh,
if he fell in love with himself, he's like,
I
and the girl
love.
was like, what about my attention? Yeah, I want attention. He's like, hold on. And look in the mirror and say,
You know, it's self-love. It's a beautiful thing. And I literally mean self-love as I wave my hand.
All right. Omar is ice out.
Ah, Omar, who married her brother. See, this is this broad. She's a good-looking broad in the face,
Mhm.
but she's inside. She's a rotten Canuck. You know what a Canucky is?
Working up
You don't want to
keys.
know what a Canucky is.
No, what is
I
it?
made up the word. It means a nasty bitch. I
Mm.
said a bad word. Let me tell you something.
Whoa.
Let me tell you something about this woman. She married her brother to get into the city. Whoa. What? And then she came in with $30,000.
All right.
Then she goes to Congress. She's got $30 million now.
Mhm.
Where's that money come?
There's a mystery.
It's a mystery. Nobody knows. Because she was grafting off the money that the Somalians were stealing from Minnesotans.
They're not doing the investigation, IRS, so
Now the IRS, now the FBI,
better
everybody's
not know.
investigating it. And they don't want to be investigated because you know why?
Right.
Because they say white people steal more money than them. And it's okay for them to steal money.
Mm.
It's not going to work out. Well, I actually, the innocent Somalians, you keep them there. And although it's a little cold in Minnesota, even if you're innocent, you kind of been punished. And the rest, out of here.
Yep.
And not just out of here. I mean, do some jail time. They listen to the cold weather. Let's Gulag Acapulco those guys. Send them to Alaska on the Aleutian Islands.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. You stay on the Aleutian Islands for a while, you don't want a revolution anymore. You got arthritis.
It'd be too cold. I
It's
want to
too
go to
cold.
war.
You don't want to go war. You don't want to go back there.
I just want to go back in the heat.
Yeah,
There's no war for that.
there's no room for that. Give me another one.
Venmo Terra.
Now this girl, let's call her a terrorist because that's what she was. She was in the Black Lives Matter movement. And she has never worked a job in her life. She was always an activist. They say activist, terrorist. She was in pro uh, killing Jews. She was in the pro killing white people, and she's a white woman,
Mm.
and especially killing straight white men.
Oh wow.
Oh, she's a hostile bitch. I said it again.
What was the word again?
I am not going to repeat that. This is a
There's
children's
a word
channel.
he made up.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
bat. She was a cat and a bat. She's a bat.
Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec. Yeah.
Quebec. There we go.
Now give me another one.
Mm. Houses of carrots? Of
House
carrots?
of Carrots?
House? Who's
House of Cards.
House of cards?
You know what happened? The commie mayor's taking over a building, right?
Mm-hmm.
It had a lot of violations and taking over from landlords that were abusive and didn't take care of their tenants. Now the city, owned by the landlord, is doing that. They're not they're not taking care of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's still all the violations.
Yep.
They give us a facade of taking care of things. They don't take care of nothing. Let me tell you something. They have another thing. They have these ops when you get into the subway, right? They have this machines that's going to block you from going in. They were showing people who could overcome them. One
Okay.
was a pole dancer, a woman, a beautiful woman.
How?
Another one was a cabal or something where the Frenchies bounce around, and the other guy was a mountain climber. All got over the damn thing. And then you have the 50-year-olds who get over the damn thing. You know what that thing will be effective against? People like me if I could walk. If I could walk, I would try to get through there and I wouldn't be able to because I'm a little overweight, because I'm a little old, and because I'm a white man who's lost his flexibility, the little flexibility he had. Is that nice? Am I oppressed? Of course I'm oppressed. And I'm gonna join the right wing. I was registered as a Democrat for a long time. Fat Dottie registered me. She wouldn't let me register as a Republican. And for 40 or 50 years, I was a Democrat in secret. But Now, when they killed that guy, that individual guy, I switched parties. It was too much for me.
Too much.
Too much. I couldn't. And now I'm coming out of the closet. And I don't mean the homosexual way. I mean, I'm coming out of the closet as the right-winger reactionary that I have always was. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was taken to a compound of lesbian radical communists.
Oh.
You didn't know that, did you?
Oh.
And you know what I did?
What?
I put a John Wayne poster up in the place.
Wow.
I listened to Dragnet every day. If you're familiar with the show, it's about right-wingers.
All right.
And I sang the Constitution. They didn't like it.
They didn't like
They
what?
went to my sister, who was kind of crazy in a radical way too. She was taking me to a concert where Jane Fonda say, Ho Chi Minh. You know who Ho Chi Minh was? The dictator of North Korea, North Vietnam. All right? Thousands of commies all over the place. You know what I did?
Right there.
My sister said, if a 9-year-old could overcome you and get you crazy, the revolution is doomed. And for a while it was. But the revolutionaries from the 60s, like a cancer, it comes back. Even though communism fell all over the place, doesn't matter.
They still come back.
It comes back. You know why? I'll explain to you why.
Why?
We all want to be taken care of. We all want to be as safe as we were in the womb.
Yep.
And then we're thrown out of the womb. Nobody asks us. Nobody says, hey, you want to get out of there? They open it. Your mommy gets there. Your mommy throws you out. And a bunch of guys with knives and masks arrive at there. And they smack you in the behind. Do you remember that?
You know.
Yeah. Smack you in the behind. The bastards. Oh. And I'm not even getting into potty training. I'm going over that all of a sudden now. I'm going backwards. My life is rough. But that don't mean I can't be a patriot. Give me another one.
Danger of anti-cop? Oh,
Anti-cop rhetoric. See, we need cops. You know why?
why?
Because people are shit. Ah, I said a bad word.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, there are a certain amount of people, right? You got a cop. You need a cop. Is police brutality wrong? No,
No.
it's a good thing. Because unless they're a little brutal, you're going to be brutal to them. And they're all the only one taking us from the jungle. Say it's Friday night.
Okay.
It's in Vegas or any big city. Even the broads get nasty and start brawling with themselves.
Right.
And if a cop goes, oh, I'm going to be nice, and people get in their faces and people challenge them. So they have to rough them up a little bit. I've been roughed up by cops. I understand.
Yep.
I'm out of control sometimes.
Yep.
And I had it coming.
Yeah, it comes.
I had to hit. Not that I attacked them, but I looked like I was a really scary person at one point. Now I'm not scary no more. You don't even get scared of me. Nobody's scared of me. Children aren't scared of me.
I'm scared of his dreams.
Oh, I have dreams.
When I sleep and I see his dreams, I'll be like, dude, and I see thunder, I was like, no, we're not going that dream. I might not come back out.
He takes drugs. He's seeing my dreams. You know what? I accuse him of taking drugs. I don't know. All I know, it's midnight and he's wearing sunglasses. Can I look at your eyes, or do
Oh,
you?
yeah, you could look at mine.
Yeah, and he's not a blind man. And look, he doesn't. What am I dealing with? I'm dealing with Daredevil.
See my eyes?
I see it.
It's brown.
Yeah, man. I got my eyes. I sometimes I don't sleep for days because I worry about the world.
He just doesn't sleep.
I do not sleep, and this is a verification.
His health don't care. If health don't get him, his sleep will.
Yeah, and sometimes I have delusions. I don't know what's real and what's not. What's going on here?
Keep Fed's eyes off train.
Oh, you know what they had? These terrorists, right?
So,
They were criminals and they were child molesters.
oh wow.
And they were also transgender. Now, they're trying to protect them. They don't want to get them. That's why I bore you. Do I bore you?
No, no,
Transgenders are taking over the world, stealing children and taking them away from their parents.
gender.
Transgender, they're molesting people.
Are they going to jail?
Now they are, but the liberals don't want to do it. They let them loose to run around.
So after they kidnap them, they go back out.
Then they don't hold them. They just let them go.
So you might as well just we rob the bank, kill 7 people, hide half of the money, and then we just go to jail and come back out.
There you go. They let them go because liberals. Now conservatives
That's what it
always.
sounds like.
Yeah, that's what and it's lawlessness.
We're getting away with it, right?
They're getting away with it.
We
They
get
come into the
we
country
get caught, we come back out.
and they kill everybody. They
Yeah.
molest and they do 20,000 criminal activities, and they still get the Biden administration. You know how many people they let into the country all at once? 20 million in 4 years. Wow. They never did that in the world. What you do, so I'll explain to you the immigration policy was. And it wasn't perfect, and it wasn't fair at times. What would happen is this. You have a bunch of Mexicans, whites, blacks, and everything else, and immigrants. Mix of people, right? And you would let them in the country. They wanted to come into the country. Now, the blacks and the Spanish people, what they would do is they come into the country illegally.
No, no,
No, illegally. No, I'm telling the truth.
The black was already here.
No, we kidnapped them, but
The black was already
we're
here.
talking Haitians here. We're talking
Oh, you're talking about the Caribbean black.
yeah.
Caribbean black. Okay,
Caribbean,
okay.
not the ones we kidnapped.
Okay, not the one that's already here.
Not the ones already here.
We
So
talk
they
about
come in-
the Caribbean, the
the-
island. Okay.
that's what
Island
we're
black comes here. Okay.
Right, okay.
All right.
Now, the thing is this. We have them come here. They come here illegally, but their children get to be Americans. And it worked out because then they would send the money back home. And the money that they would make here would just be worth like a $10 would be worth $100. So they can get homes. They
No,
can
it's
have a
not.
middle class. Well, I don't know. It depends on the country.
No, it's not.
What? No, like even more sometimes.
No, it's not.
What you denying my reality here?
$1 is like almost 66 pesos.
Which means how much in American money?
Well, their money don't cost nothing here. But the US money costs way more over there than
Yeah, but it's worth, in other words, if you sent money back, right?
if the money here sent to their country, it costs more than their money sent to us.
I don't even understand what you're saying. All I know is,
Okay. US money
yeah,
sent to Haiti
yeah.
costs 60 times more than the US because the money
Let's make this
the
simple.
money is
If
different.
if you sent money back home, right?
It's
Yeah, you would be able to buy a house, living, working a cheap job here, right? Am I right or
a
wrong?
house or
You
building.
buy a building or a house.
You could build a
You could become a middle class person in your country. Now, we're not totally innocent because they keep on saying, hey, you're poisoning our people. You know why? So the bottom of our people are idiots. They take drugs. They like to take drugs. I'm not accusing anybody,
Right.
but all I know is this. And then our idiots are even more idiots because they'll take fentanyl. You know what they'll do? They take fentanyl because it's exciting. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to die or not. This cannot go on. You know what? That's why God's mad. It's not Jesus who's coming back. It's the God of wrath. I'm scared of the God of wrath. He has bad aim. He takes out the innocent Wendigo. You know what? Okay, let me go back biblical times to you. Remember when the Jews wanted to get out of Egypt and they wouldn't, the Pharaoh wouldn't let them out? And you know what God did?
Well,
He said, you know what I'm going to do?
well,
I'm going to send a plague upon you. And that plague got a lot of, and not everybody was an Egyptian who was into enslaving Jews, but the innocent died with the young. Oh, that was the mean God. That was the God of wrath. Oh, then he comes back. Say, I'm going to be a nice guy. I'm going to say, I'm going to be born into a human form. So he knew vulnerability. His temper was ill, and he wanted the best part of him coming out. And he was like, if the people were abusive to me, turn the other cheek.
Right.
Turn the other cheek. You know what they did to him?
Well.
I got a cross over there. It tells you what they did to him.
Mhm.
Now he's coming back again. Now this time, he's mad. He's mad, and and maybe he's split because they have in the Catholic religion split personality.
Right.
You got your Jesus, you got God,
Mhm.
and you got your Holy Spirit, which represents by a bird.
Right.
You got your three entities. It's
Mhm.
kind of complicated. I don't even understand it. But think about this. Can Jay be a bad guy? Tough guy?
Could be.
Could be that way.
Could be not.
Could be. It's almost like a different personality than Nice Jay.
Right.
Then there's Nice Jay.
Nobody knows.
And then there's Jay who's like practical.
Right.
Totally different parts of your personality.
Mhm.
Now, God has those type of things. So right now, Jesus is up there and he's saying, look, I hold a grudge, but I want to give him because you know what Jesus does?
Well.
He forgives, he hates the sin, but he loves the sinner. So
Mm.
he don't hold it against you.
Yep. That's true.
Now these commies, you say the wrong word, you're in trouble.
Mm.
They had a guy. They texted back a tape of him saying the N-word in
Wow.
1968. He had actually donated money that he had won in a baseball game.
Yeah.
They held it against him. And he was 16 years old.
Wow.
What kind of crap is this? You know what would happen if you upheld around everybody, what they say about other people, what they say about their mother, what they say about the father?
Right.
You'd hang them.
You hang
A
on.
rope would be around your neck.
Yep. Death.
Yeah, because you say things. You have a little boy, right?
Mhm.
And say, look at you, little idiot, I'm going to kill you. They take that, but you don't mean it. The kid's alive.
Yep.
You sent him to college.
Mhm.
And now you're going to be, you're going to be, you shouldn't have called him an idiot, even though he was a little stupid. You can't do this. You make it God man.
Nope. Make
And,
it.
oh,
Oh yeah.
now let's go with a more.
All right. That's it. Nice ran Ottawa. Ottawa.
Oh, see, this is
Nice
what.
ran.
Now I'm going to explain
Get
to
it.
you.
You got rid of. You rid of them.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. It's a
Where's us?
nice run utopia.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you something. They keep on telling them,
That
like,
makes sense.
these commie countries, right? Everybody runs away from them.
Okay.
People are starving. 7 million people ran away
They
from
want to feed their
utopia.
family. Yeah.
They want to feed their family. They come to America.
Yeah.
That's utopia. You know why utopia is not utopia?
What?
It's a hoax.
Mhm.
What ends up happening is these guys redistribute wealth, right?
Right.
Say if you redistribute wealth, they take from the rich, the poor to give to the rich.
Right.
And but then they take too much.
Mm.
And then they take more and more and more.
And more and more and more.
And they have a class of society, except there's only one class. The upper class will run the place and
Right.
start stealing money. You know how we got this creep in Venezuela?
Oh.
He his personal bodyguards weren't being paid anything. They weren't getting any money. They were starving.
Right.
The kids weren't getting medical attention. Yet the utopians, the guys who are running it, they get all the medical attention. They're putting money in the bank. The guards know this.
Right.
So you know what the CIA did? Said, look, the kid's sick. We'll take your kid, move out your whole family out of the country, and we'll give you $10 million.
Oh.
$10 million. And then, say, how'd they do that? Because there's a certain amount of guards he has, maybe $30 million. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. No, what? No, 30 times, whatever. Still, it's not that much money to knock out the whole Venezuelan country.
Just to build that building is almost the same price.
Yeah, so it's inexpensive. We didn't lose a man because they let him in the building. They said, hey, take this creep out of here.
Right.
And the Cuban guards, he had an elite Cuban guards because those who were loyal to him We used a supersonic weapon. Made them shit in their pants. Oh, excuse the language, but they poopied. They poopied. And they vomited and they felt their head explode.
Wow.
Now he's my loyal servant. He's my guard. But if somebody came in here and they made your head feel like it was going to explode and you vomited and poopy, you'd let me. You'd say, "Hey, take them. Just turn off the weapon." I understand this. I would just hope that I wouldn't be vomiting and pooping. It would be a mess. Those. Oh yeah. Let me tell you something. You have to. You know. Go on.
Secret woman.
Secret. Oh, secret woman.
Secret woman.
Hmm. Secret woman.
Remember?
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay, we go to the next one. And hate.
Teach and hate.
Teach and hate.
Now I'm going to
Okay.
explain to you why you have so many idiot commies out there. If you take a little kid, teach him to hate people with baseball caps, he's going to hate people with baseball caps irrationally.
Mm.
If you teach people racism, right? You say all white people are evil, right from the get-go. He's going to be all white people evil.
Mm.
Vice versa. If you're a Ku Klux Klan, they used to teach all black people are evil.
Right.
See? And it's a broad brush that they use. See, I think of him as an individual. He thinks of me as an individual.
Right.
Can you hate people who you see them as they are? No, but if you project some privilege on them, they say white privilege.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Every time you say white privilege to me,
Yep.
I'm going to kill you dead.
That's true.
Because I never had privilege in my life.
Nope.
I was beaten up by black people and Puerto Rican people because I was outnumbered. I was the only white kid in my school. Let me tell you something. I was a minority. You don't know what it is to be a minority. Whoa, you get me angry.
Nope.
Plus, I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy, but at least I know the truth. The truth.
Truth.
Oh, go on.
Here to protect and pers
Ah,
protect
this
and
is a woman. She's a cop. Beautiful woman. She did one of those things where you sell your sexy pictures.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans. I got the picture you want. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show it to you later. It's amazing. So she's going like, "Hmm." And then she showed us a clean cut cop. Well, she's getting in trouble. That's preserve and perfect. And she's doing sexual acts on the internet.
No, actually, when you read it, I remember. It says rookie. She's a rookie.
She's a rookie.
Rookie cop. It's not a senior cop. It's one of those
Oh
rookie
no,
cops.
no. I didn't say she was seen. I said to the
Yeah,
cop, she looked very nice.
she was a rookie cop,
Yay.
and she was selling her body, I guess.
Sexuality.
And then she was going to a regular uh, full-time job as a cop.
Yeah.
And people was whoever noticed her
Yeah,
was
'cause
like, wait, isn't that girl from?
and she's beautiful and she could be nice. She's not a bad girl.
I don't know. I didn't read the
I
whole
don't know. I
thing.
didn't read the whole thing. I just like looked at the picture and you know what I mean.
What do you think? You think that's bad?
I think,
Or is it a
the
bad
thing
image,
is,
right?
it's a bad image. Let's say, okay, you just did a crime, or you want somebody to look up to your cop, right?
Yeah.
And you have kids, and your kids go into the point and they see the cop who looks very awesome
Mhm.
and doing whoopie doopie doopie doopie.
Right.
It's too much. Like I say, if he had an OnlyFans thing and he was naked,
Right.
doing whoopie doopie doopie doop. He may be doing this. I don't know. He's a mysterious man, my friend here.
Right.
I don't even know what his eyes look like half the time. Anyway, she can't do that. It's certain dignity that you have to do as a cop.
Right.
You can't undermine your authority.
Yep.
You can't be all sexual.
That's true.
You can't do it.
Like um when we was young, they have this Nickelodeon,
Mm.
what's it, Nickelodeon, Disney, Disney Channel, all that. Some of the shows was canceled, not because they got older, it's because one of the stars or cast was doing OnlyFans, and that was part
Ah,
of the contract rules. They said you
this,
can't post,
yeah, this
sell your body,
one. This
or else they
one,
close your contract and end the show.
you know.
And that's what happened.
See, I couldn't do that. I could do that, but
You
who
could do
would give a
that.
crap? What? Oh, you know what? I'm thinking it's another book. They had, he has these male super wrestlers, right? Big guys like me, right? They have fan base
Mm,
of women.
wow.
I did not know that there were such a things as female chubby chasers.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And I thought if that was true, there would be other chubbies that would be chubby women. Some of
Right,
these women were slim in good shape. And I always wondered, because I haven't really been with that many women who are my size and my girth. How do two big fat people, do the hoopy do?
right.
Because you can neither one could get on top. I don't want to get graphic, and then they have kids. It's a miracle.
It's just, it's
It's overcoming.
just gotta figure it out.
I would be seeing climb every
Just
mountain.
gotta figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
Just gotta figure it out. The baby come out of it, you get you find the secret recipe for it.
It's not that I want a big heavy woman, although I've been attracted to big heavy women, voluptuous women. See, men are fat, while women are voluptuous.
Our family's not fat. We just have big belly.
Just have a big belly
We
and
got a
that's it.
beer belly. So
Because he drinks a lot of beer. Do you drink
yeah,
a lot
I
of
don't
beer?
drink a lot. My family, my father does.
So then how did you get to be a belly food?
Genetics.
Oh, genetics.
That just runs in the family.
It just runs in the family because they don't run enough. Let me tell you
They can
something.
eat and eat and eat and eat, and then where does the food go?
To your belly. No, we know where it goes.
It's in the belly, but
Let me tell you something.
I'm not gaining weight no place else. I don't know where it's
Well,
going.
that's where men gain weight.
Yeah.
Then it goes out of the place.
Then it goes, I don't know, it doesn't go nowhere.
But all I'm saying is this. A cop has to be authoritative figure.
Yeah.
And because then the criminals are going, look, oh, Officer Pazowski, look at this picture of her. And people start whistling and go, whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
And she's saying,
We
sending mixed signals.
cops, we gotta keep it professional, guys.
They gotta keep
And
it
even
friendly.
if you do OnlyFans, don't.
You see, you could be a con,
Don't make
no.
it. Don't make that personal and private.
There you go.
Don't make it a big thing for.
Oh, I got one for, oh, I think I told you this. She broke up with the guy and then there's one there, right?
Was a secret woman,
no, this was, the
secretary woman.
plastic surgeon. Let's go back because I'll figure it out later.
All right, so let's go to the next one then.
Yeah.
Ready to blow.
Ah, the peace treaty they made in Gaza?
Yeah.
It's gonna blow.
Mm.
Because they're starting to violate, not the Gaza. Well, let me tell you something. I'm on the side of the Israelis. They said, well, because they killed, 3,000 Israelis. The Israelis retaliated by killing 10,000 or more of the Gazians.
Right.
Some of those were innocent kids because what the Hamas would do is hide behind children.
For sure.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
How are you not going to kill civilians if they're hiding behind the civilians?
Mm.
It's impossible.
That's impossible.
They're kidnapping people and they're saying, don't. But the Israelis have tried their best. Where you go walking away from me?
Now continue. I gotta get something.
Okay. There's no genocide going against the Palestinians. Do you know how many Palestinians there are? 20 million. 20 million or 10 million, whatever. If the Israelis are genociding them, they're doing a really rotten job of it. But if you threaten the Israelis with genocide, it's possible because it's 9 million in the Middle East. It's 9 million here in New York. That's a genocide, and they already had people trying to genocide them before. See, the reason why they're entitled to the Holy Land is because God gave it to them. That's the religious concept, and because it's the only place they felt safe. Although let me tell you something, it's not a safe place. The Middle East, not a good place. It's
Nope.
never been peaceful.
The next one is Okay. Bridge
Well,
is a K?
that's
20?
Kiev is it's snow. The Russians are attacking the grid,
Oh, okay.
the heat, and it's freezing in Kiev. Freezing.
Reason.
But you know what?
Well,
Ukrainians are starting to win the war. Believe it or not.
mm-hmm.
Because they're striking deep into Russia. They're making Russia feel what the Ukrainians are feeling, and the Russians don't like it.
Right.
And the Russian economy is falling apart.
Mm.
Oh, and you know why it's falling apart?
Right.
Because of Trump.
Wow.
Trump is winning the war. I love my Trumpy. Oh, yes, I do. I don't care what you say or he do. He don't like the bad guys. He's a good Trumpy. Trumpy, I love you.
All right. Next one is on to Havana.
Ah, I was born in 1959.
Yep.
Fidel Castro came into power.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's just 67 years later. We're going to take back Havana.
Mm.
The communist bastion of that island is going to fall
Mm.
because you know why?
Right.
It's a domino effect.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just Venezuela was supporting Havana with money,
Right.
and they now and with gas and oil and food.
So now
So
that they don't have control of Venezuela, now
right now, there's no support for
there's no
it.
food anymore.
No.
So now they gotta figure out what to do with Havana.
And now, the thing is that we can blockade Cuba so the Chinese can't get in there to feed them. And not that we're starving the Cubans. The Cubans, even without when the Cubans were supported by the Russians and all that stuff, they still had shortages
Mm.
because communism does not work.
Wow.
Utopia's a con. The only people who benefit from the communist regimes are the people on top.
Right.
Go on.
All right. So the next one's the village. The villain.
The villains. The true villains of history are all left-wingers for the most part. Because you know what? And I'm trying to tell you something. You know what? I'm going to tell you a little secret about Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
He was a left-winger.
He was a left wing.
He was because socialism, they try to give it a good name, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what Nazism stands for?
Well.
National Socialism.
Mm.
See, I'm going to tell you a little story. And the old capitalists kind of screwed up. They didn't take care of the people.
Right.
They didn't keep the people because they were exploitive. And the people didn't want and then they had World War One, which not it shouldn't have gone on any over a year when they started shooting and massacring each other.
Right.
So that disenfranchised that people didn't believe in the old order
Ah.
of believing in your government and believing in the church and believing in the family.
Right.
It was just and then believing in God. Because they
Mm.
said God wouldn't let this happen if there was a God. God is dead, or he never existed in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
which means God.
That's true.
What if I told you I don't believe in you
Mm-hmm.
and you don't exist in the first place?
Wow.
Whoa,
That's crazy.
that's crazy. You're lucky he didn't go in there the meteorite like he did the dinosaurs.
Right.
But he's been protecting this world. And you know what happened?
What happened?
I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna get in Nirvana because Marco Rubio is our vice president. And his parents were thrown out and everything they lost everything to the commies. So Marco's coming back and he's gonna come back as the ruler of Cuba. Marco Rubio, he's such a smart Cuban, and he's all gonna be. See, I don't know who to vote for next year, unless Trumpy goes for a third term, which I don't think he will. But there's
Oh,
JD Vance.
you gotta change the rules if you gotta go for another
You
term.
can do that because he used to be you could go as many terms as you
No,
want.
you're
But
going the law says you're gonna go to 3 terms. He served 1 term,
yeah, but
and now he's doing 2 more terms. That should be his third
but
term.
all he has to do, right,
If we
is
change it,
control Congress
if we
completely.
could change it, yeah, we changed the rules, but
Or he could declare martial if we're in the middle of a war. Say we're gonna
they
say
still gotta
he still has to give it
they
up.
still gotta follow the rules. If you break the law, then what's the point of having laws?
Well,
You tell me.
I'll explain something.
If you break the law, you tell me what's the point of having
The
laws.
law doesn't matter if it doesn't protect you. You
That's
can
what
have all the laws in the books you want. Now, the
the
only reason he shouldn't be the third term, he's getting a little old. He's 80 years old. He's going to hit the wall pretty soon.
the reason we made a law the first time was to control and balance out the country
I'm
and
going to give
state.
you a history lesson. You know who
That's the reason why they put the laws.
no, would you let me talk?
Go ahead, tell them.
Okay. Years ago, we had World War II, right? And you had Theodore Roosevelt, right? He went for 3 terms. And at the end of the term, he was all screwed up. He was in a wheelchair. He didn't know where he was. He's debating with Stalin about who's going to run Europe and all that stuff. He was a very sick man.
Mhm.
So the Republicans said, we can't do this. 2 terms, not 3, because the man was sick. He was old, right?
Yeah.
So he was the last one who had 3 terms. The only one really who had 3 terms. All the rest, 2 terms.
All right.
They could have gone for more terms, but they didn't.
All right.
Now, thing is, in 1950s, right, they had Nixon against Kennedy, right? Eisenhower was still president and they were fairly happy. Kennedy wouldn't have stood a chance against Eisenhower.
Mm.
Nixon was not the most charismatic person in the world.
All right.
Kennedy was handsome. He's a handsome man.
All right.
He was also a sex maniac. Oh, was he a sex maniac? You know, he did the hoopy doop with Marilyn Monroe.
Wow.
He did the hoopy doop with Soviet spies.
Wow.
He did the hoopy doop with everybody who got into the White House.
Wow.
He was, he was, he was the Bill Clinton of his time. Only he had better taste.
Yep.
Because Bill Clinton would screw anything that walked. Young, beautiful, fat, ugly. Didn't
Yeah.
matter.
Damn.
Didn't matter. Nobody was safe. No female was safe with Bill Clinton.
Not even the maid.
Not even the maid. Oh, that's Von Schwarzenegger. Huh? Is that, did I say a bad word? His name, every time I say his word, I get nasty. I go, did I say something I shouldn't? No, no, let's go. Here we go.
All right. Meaning the moment.
Meet the Shah of Iran's son, right? The original one that was overthrown by the Khomeinis. He's coming back,
Mhm.
and they're going to reestablish the monarchy because people like the monarchy now. See, he was a little bit of a dictator, honest to God. Yes, that's true. And we set him up. But I'll do it after. We're almost finished. Anyway, um, he set things up, right? But and again, women had equality. People were, but the Khomeinis, the radicals didn't like it
Mhm.
because they didn't want women to have equality.
Wow.
They wanted advancement, and the country was rich and all that stuff. But it was a dictatorship, not a terrible dictatorship. And he was fighting communists, and he was fighting the fundamentalists. When the fundamentalists come in, they took all the rights away, and they made it a medieval country.
All right.
And it was a terrible thing. And they were fanatics. And then they got into, I could go on and on, but we don't have the time. Let's go on.
Status unread. Unread. Status unread.
Status. Oh, I think I know what this is.
No.
Um, they had a guy who was a Marine, right? He was taken hostage by the Russians, right?
Mhm.
And he volunteered to fight in Ukraine. He
Mhm.
was a Marine, the Russians.
Oh wow.
And he's a volunteer, and he's a hero. Because Ukraine needs the hero.
Wow.
Now, you may say, well, Trumpy is not that good at supporting Ukraine. You've heard that.
All right.
Now, the thing is this. What they got a little game going on there in the Ukraine, because what they do is we're taking a chance of fighting the Russians and they have nukes and all that kind of stuff, right? But and the Russia, but Europe is all gung-ho about that, right? But Europe is buying gas from the Russians.
Mm.
So they're being supported by the Russians. Now, if you don't buy their gas, you buy our gas, right? The Russian war machine will come to a grinding halt.
All right.
War over.
Yeah.
It will be over in 6 months.
Right.
And the Russians wouldn't have enough weapons, and the Ukrainians could throw the Russians out of the country because the Russians wouldn't have the weaponry to attack, fight in on.
That's true.
See, but so it's a game with the military people to make money. And the Europeans, I don't know what's wrong with them. They don't have freedom of speech. You know what? If you were a little girl, you get in trouble in England.
If I was with a girl,
Yeah, say you say, oh, that's a pretty girl. That's against the law in England.
wow.
And you like to Google.
So I gotta keep it to myself.
You gotta keep it yourself. You don't have your freedom of speech.
I gotta talk. I gotta have my freedom of speech inside my brain.
You gotta keep, and it's and you,
So I'll be like this.
it'd be like that.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Yeah,
But in my head, no
and
one can ever
and,
talk about me.
and it's a good thing he has a lot of room in there, so he can keep these thoughts to himself. But I want to be able to Google. I want to say you're a beautiful girl, and I want to say you're an attractive lady, and not get assaulted or put in jail.
Founding the truth.
The founding fathers weren't perfect, but it's all relative.
Oh,
They say, well, they were slave owners. Everybody was a slave owner back then.
yeah.
And the empire, right? Up until very recently, slavery was the norm, and that's including black countries and everything else. You know who sold us as slaves?
Oh,
Black people.
wow.
The Muslims sold us slaves,
Mm,
and because they would take the tribes would lose, right? You lose a war, and then the enemy tribe they would sell the men
yeah.
and the women to the Europeans. You
Mm,
think a bunch of pale human beings, Europeans are running around Africa trying to get slaves? They get heat stroke. I'll
right.
get sunburn. That, and that's the way it was.
Right.
So everybody's guilty if you go back in time.
That's true.
You don't want to go back in time. If your father did something to my father, am I going to blame you?
Mm,
Even if you benefited from that, should I blame you because maybe my father? You know what my fathers were?
right.
Well, a certain amount, not on my mother's side, mafia.
Mm,
They were gangsters. Now, say you took drugs, right? Because eventually the mafia got to drugs, right? And that ruined your parents' lives, right?
right.
And then you're going to take it out on me because I have nothing to do with them. Because the sins of the father, that's Old Testament thing. The sins of the father, the parents, or karma, you inherit your parents or your generation's sins. Jesus said no. Forgive your the father's trespasses.
Right.
That wipes that out.
That's true.
That's why, to an extent, I believe in Jesus. I
Mm,
think he's too soft on criminality. He let everybody into the big house. There's no standards. He's a Jewish lawyer.
yeah.
Go on. We're
Co
almost
cozy, command, comrade, camaraderie.
cozy comrade. Ah, the comrades. You can't get cozy with them. They'll betray you.
What?
Yeah, they'll betray you.
Oh,
Because you don't get cozy with them. You know what? You know who likes to get cozy with comrades?
oh,
Actors.
wow.
Because they go over
Uh-huh.
to these commie countries and they're treated like kings. You know what? They just had a movie
Yeah.
called it's by DiCaprio, who goes out with young women, travels around the world, and he's a rich man, a very rich man.
Yeah.
He made a movie. There's this ex-hippie who was a revolutionary in the 60s, hiding out from the government, our government.
Mhm.
His daughter was kidnapped by the military.
Yeah.
And then he's fighting our military, our Marines, our heroes,
Well.
and is the hero of the movie.
Mm.
You commie bastard.
Tommy.
You rich commie billionaire.
Yep.
You know who I hate?
Oh,
Bolshevik billionaires. You know what a Bolshevik is?
what was that?
That's an old-fashioned word for a commie. I
Mm.
say that because Bolshevik billionaire, Marxist millionaire. Ernie Sanders, with the old goat, and
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
They're all millionaires. So you
Oh,
basically have millionaires hating on billionaires.
wow.
Where did that put me?
No,
You know
no,
my bank
no,
account?
nowhere near the category.
Yeah. And they're telling me that I should give up things because they want to live in the lifestyle they've become accustomed to.
Right.
Do you know that old goat Sanders never held a job in his life?
Wow.
He was supported by his parents.
That's
Do
crazy.
you know our mayor never held a job in his life?
Look at that.
And now he's not a mayor.
What kind of message is that?
What kind of message is that for the young? Unless you're born
So,
into richness,
so the message is if you have a rich family that supports you, you could be president.
you
In
could
a
be
way,
president, but no,
that
but
means you don't need a job.
you
You just gotta
you
be supported by your family.
and you could rob the middle class from of the money. In other words, you're rich, right?
Bad example.
Bad example. And see, now Trump was born from rich, right? But he earned his way.
No, but
He
that was
could
his
build things.
family.
No, his family. But
That
the
was
thing
his
is,
father.
but the thing is,
Right.
it's a hypocritical thing. If your parents are commie billionaires, right? And you want to rob the middle class and the working class of their money, right? To give to the poor, right? What the hell is going on here?
Mm,
You never held a job. You never had to work for your life.
that's true.
You just had you breezed through. And a lot of these commies who are protesting this broad who got killed in Minneapolis or whatever, they're all rich people.
Mm,
You notice they're all white. Almost everyone. And you know what? They had a counter demonstration when they were supporting the Venezuelans that got robbed. And they were and the Venezuelans who had been oppressed and robbed by the commies, they said, "What the hell are you doing?" And these guys lie because they're rich Bolsheviks.
mm,
They expect to be the leaders of the land,
right.
but they're not going to get it away with it. You know why?
Right.
Because of Trumpy and me.
And then you.
I'm the only thing standing in the way of them.
Yeah.
Not much. I'm enough because I know the truth. Go on.
Last one. Personal justice.
Ah, that's the Marine. The guy that what he did was there's a few ones. Maybe I didn't write it down because I told you about the Marine already. A guy who worked for the KGB, right?
Yeah.
He was doing uh research on what the KGB did all through its years with assassinations, murdering each other, cooperating with the Nazis, then not cooperating with the Nazis.
Mm,
Now, this is what happened during the Spanish Civil War.
what happened?
Oh, that this is similar to what was going to happen here. We might have a civil war on our hands
Maybe.
between the right wing and the left.
Yeah.
Now you say, well, what if the left wingers win?
Right.
Then let's start massacring each other.
Right.
Because that's what they do.
Mhm.
They fight among themselves, and then everybody's miserable and nobody has any food.
Right.
And then in the end, they turn capitalist again.
Mhm.
But the people are cynical. They don't believe in it's like Russia. Russia is kind of capitalist,
Yeah.
but they don't believe it doesn't no morality because they had to compromise themselves to just exist.
Right.
So they have a very different attitude than we do.
Okay.
Say you and me have a different sense of morality, right?
Yeah.
Now we could have this disagreement. I might say, hey, look, you feed me, I'm hungry. And you
Right.
say, no, I want you to diet and lose your weight. Now both were right. I have to eat. You have to make sure I lose weight, but we have different concepts. In a communist country, they wouldn't feed either one of us. We both lose weight. We both lose weight. And then there'll be a time when we both lose weight and then we'll say, hey, we're looking good.
Right.
But the diet never ends. You know what the difference between starving and a diet is?
What's the difference?
Well, I'll tell you. Well, that's the difference between being in a communist country and an American country. That is starving is voluntary. I mean, dieting is voluntary. Just stop it anytime you want.
Right.
Starving is you don't know when the next meal is coming from.
Ah.
Imagine if you didn't know what the next meal is coming from.
Yeah. That's we
It would be rough.
missed it.
Do you hunt?
No.
You don't hunt. He wouldn't have the heart to hunt. He'd see a little squirrel and he wouldn't want to kill it because you're a softie. Oh, I know he looks like something that would mug you in the dark alley. Sometimes I think he would.
When mug you take your money and dunk on you.
And dunk. Oh, yeah, dunking with the foot. Oh, I don't want to go into what he does to children. Now, I don't mean that he does anything nasty, but he plays basketball with them.
Mhm.
Now, they're only if they're in third grade, and he starts to say he dunks on them, and he celebrates his victories. And the thing is, and then he thinks he's going to be an NBA player, which I think there
Wow.
might be drugs involved. You know, and then he says, I'm 5'8". If he's 5'8", I'm 8 feet tall.
Wow.
And he brags about it. I'm saying, you played basketball? And what are the parents doing? They're letting the kids be abused right before their eyes.
Wow.
They probably call him Uncle something.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy. And he has two kids. One's this big and one's that big.
Hmm.
I worry for those kids.
Scares me.
It scares him. It scares all of us. He has to be responsible for once in his life.
Let's celebrate.
That's
That's like my celebration for everything now.
now because he's immortal. Now he's going to have another generation of short Dominicans.
Now, if I become president, my celebration dance is a dunk.
He's going to dunk, he's going to dunk his kids in front of the White House. This
Yeah.
is what the kind of guy we were dealing with.
So don't give me the kid. So
And then the
I
mother,
will, I will, I will dunk on the kid.
you know what's going to happen with his wife? She's going to hit him in the head. He'll be the first that the Secret Service will have to protect him. No, 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 no. I've done my duty. No, I got to take my pills.
All right. So we gotta say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.